India has just won its third ICC Champions Trophy. This is its second ICC tournament on the trot after the T20 World Cup in 2024. But now, taking us back to when it all began in 1983 is Syed Kirmani, who recently released his book Stumped on his 75th birthday. You mentioned that you called the book Stumped because you yourself felt stumped, and nobody knew all the things that you had to go through. Also, especially the heartache. After you got very mysteriously dropped.
Well, that's how I should come up with my autobiography.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for somebody to write my book on my recording.
Yeah. Right.
An author of repute.
Yeah.
I came across Debashish Sengupta.
Yes.
He gave me the honor to launch his two books, which became internationally famous.
Yes.
So casually I mentioned it to him. Yes, I am also trying to come up with my autobiography. From there he said, I will do it. So that's how he's my co-author.
Yeah.
Along with the renowned journalist from Gujarat, who followed my entire cricketing career. He said, I would like to be a part of you. More the merrier.
Yeah.
So that's where the autobiography was compiled.
Yeah.
And luckily, the Penguin people, the renowned worldwide publishers, right? They also came forward to support the cause.
Yeah.
Yes, it is nothing but the true facts.
And
without any bias, without any prejudice.
And what
Clear,
a title.
Honest facts.
What a
title.
At
this moment, I must tell you, Eddie, that you see, truth is not accepted by and large.
Yeah.
It hurts. If you speak the truth, it hurts. It's nothing but clear facts.
You never really officially retired from cricket. And were you really upset that there was silence from the board and they didn't reach out to you at that point?
Eddie, tell me, you guys who are listening to me or who are reading about what I'm saying, if you are unceremoniously transferred, dropped from any organization, any team, would you not be disappointed? Would you not be hurt? When you're at the peak of your pinnacle of your career, when you have done exceedingly well in any organization, any institution, any academy, name it. But if you are transferred or removed from that work or from the team, won't you be disappointed? This is what exactly has happened to me. I was at the peak of my career. Twice I came back, thrice I came back. You see?
Yeah.
So these are the, because of my consistency, I was coming back. You see, by the way, consistency is the key to road to success. In any walk of life, not only in cricket, my dear friends. It is in any walk of life, consistency brings you into the limelight, brings you into the eyes of the selection committee, brings you into the limelight, into your institutions, into your corporates, into your industries, wherever. You come into the limelight with your performance, with consistency. That's key. Yes, so this is where I was upset. Okay, why? I'm being dropped. What are the reasons for? Where my performance speaks, my physical fitness speaks, never interfered into anybody's matter, never been controversial, have been a team man all the while, given everything. And to support this was the hard work, you see. And when injustice is done to anybody in any walk of life, Whoever has been the victim of that has to come out somewhere down the line.
And how did you do that? I mean,
Well, it's just that believing in your capability, believing in your strength. I will come back. I know my compatriots. I know my competitors, where I stand with them in all departments of the game. I am better than them. I know it. And that's how I was coming back. Not just like that. I was showing my performance. I was showing my physical fitness. You see, this finger was on my lip, which all of you should do. The youngsters of today. Your bat, your performance should speak. Others should speak about you, not yourself. Be humble in your achievements. Right? That is the way where you build a good character. Learn the good habits of a good human being. That builds your character. When you have a good character, you will be loved and respected eternally until life. Have that in your minds.
Yeah. Thank you for those wonderful lessons that you've given us. I mean, I'm sure young cricketers watching, anywhere in the world will learn a lot from this. Just a few more questions about your benefit match. You know, you have written that you had to approach the board, for the benefit match.
Yeah,
that
those
you had
days,
to-
you see, once you are finished from international cricket, once they get rid of you otherwise.
you know,
You say, sorry to use that strong word. Apparently, you see, to my feeling, they were tired of seeing me around. कि यार इसको कैसे निकाले? I'm speaking the truth. And this was the feeling given to me. Okay, yeah, that's it. So unceremoniously, I was out after the 86 tour, Australian tour. I'm at the pinnacle of my career. Nevertheless, that's all there in the book. So on those grounds, you see, you have to accept all these things. And then the board was deciding to give all those retired players a benefit game. So I approached the board, and the board granted me a match in Mumbai, right, at the CCI ground against the New Zealand, India versus New Zealand one-day internationals. Yes, I was offered 25 lakhs. I was offered 25 lakhs. I said, fine, whatever comes, I'll take it. While others who had the benefit were 1 CR plus. How they got it, through what sources, I'm not also concerned. I should not be concerned also. That was their luck, that was there. So this was, yes, the Almighty Lord is giving me this much. Accept it, and I accepted it.
It's just amazing, sir, that you've gone through so much, ups and downs, but you're so positive, and you radiate so much of positive energy, So
Yes, it is. It
what's
is
the
very much
secret?
required. It is very much required. I think I'm being blessed with that system. Not to fret, frown, crib, or cry. Look ahead on the brighter side of things and keep going. No giving up. When you know your strength, your capabilities, no giving up. So this is what my system was. So positivity all the time. No sadness, nothing, no regrets. No regrets. I'm very content, very happy by what the Almighty Lord has bestowed upon me.
So your book, do you think it was maybe a decade or two late in coming? Do you think you could have
No,
written it earlier?
it all started off
Yeah.
when I was reading the character of cricketers coming up with their biopics, by their biographies. Of course, the first one was Sunil, who had written a book called The Idols, I think. Okay. From there on, the current era of cricketers, VVS wrote Rahul, Sachin, Dhoni.
Yeah.
They all wrote books and yeah. During the COVID time, 2 years we were all at home,
Yeah.
not stepping out. So I used to think, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, what should we do?
Yeah.
So my family members put together. You see, they said, why don't you start your own YouTube channel? It's there still.
Yeah, yeah.
It's alive. I have to start like that again. It's called Kirmani's Pitch Perfect. It's called Kirmani's Pitch Perfect. Already 9 episodes have gone through. I'm getting all these comments. Why don't you start again? It's a wonderful thing to know all these icons, how they climbed up the ladder of success.
Yes.
You see, from all disciplines I was covering.
Right.
So this is how it all started. And then I said, everybody has a picture of mine as a rosy climb to success. Nobody knows what all I have gone through.
Yes.
Nobody knows how I was threatened of my career,
Yes.
how I was dropped, on what basis I was dropped. Nobody knew this. Everybody, hey, 88 test match khela, 49 one-day internationals he has played. Oh, fantastic. Great. That's it. Nobody knew that I was an employee of State Bank of India. 10th standard.
Yes.
I'm doing my 10th standard. When the A.R. Subramaniam, if I hope he's alive, he would have touched 100 by now. I'm not too sure about that. I must check it out with my former colleagues of State Bank of India, whether he's alive or not. He came and said, yeah, State Bank is offering you a job. I said, sorry, I'll complete my graduation. My father says, be a graduate and go for a government job. So sorry. I sent him back. Didn't tell my father.
Yeah.
In 3 months' time, he came back again and said, yeah, government is giving you a job and you're refusing. Go and tell your father. So I told my father. Father didn't believe me. बहुत जोरदार डांट पड़ी मेरे को. Father was very cross. You're doing your 10th standard. You're just about 17 years of age. Who will give you a government job? Go and study. Firing for my father. Nevertheless, not to take you into that whole story, which is in the book, by the way. So this is how nobody knew that I was a banker. Banker without money. Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the India-Pakistan rivalry during those days?
You see, it's now we have had some great camaraderie with the Pakistani players. We were always welcome, and we always welcomed the Pakistani team playing against us, right? And the competition was totally professional. You see, no team would like to lose, by the way.
Correct.
Right? It is something like this, the Ashes tournament between Australia and England.
Yeah.
Traditional rivalry.
Yeah.
Now the rivalry has taken a different shape. Allen Border, Gavaskar series.
Yeah.
India, Australia. Wow. And with what pressure they are playing under.
Yeah.
We want to win.
Yeah.
I want to win for Borders trophy. Indians, I want to win for Gavaskar's trophy.
Yeah.
This kind of contest,
Yeah.
severe contest between the two teams. It was something like that
Yeah. Okay.
between India and Pakistan.
Okay.
Right. So on those basis, we have had some great times while touring Pakistan,
Okay.
and sharing the pleasantries was an utmost pleasure. Each one in the parties, as and when we meet off the field. Right, yaar, tumhari family kaisi hai? How's your family? How are you all enjoying yourself? Then we also ask, how are you guys up here? What about your family? Exchanging pleasantries. Oh, fantastic camaraderie with all the teams we have been having.
Nice.
You see, in fact, this I think nowhere it has been mentioned. During Bishan Singh Bedi's captaincy. He brought about a wonderful system and concept of good relationship between individuals and the teams and the countries.
Okay.
Right? The fielding side, the whole day they are fielding.
Mm-hmm.
The batting side, after the day's play, will go into the fielding side dressing room. In Australia, this is happening, and talk to one another there, sharing pleasantries. Or whoever wants to drink, he's having a
Beer
pint
or
of
something.
beer. One who does not drink with a juice glass, and then snacks being served in the dressing room, exchanging, sitting with one another, putting our hand around. Rodney Marsh puts his hand around on me, and I'm having sharing the wonderful technique of his. How did you begin your wicket keeping? All these things, it's a great concept. It was.
Yeah.
And then when we are on the field whole day, they would come into our dressing room.
Okay.
It's a reciprocal basis. It has to be mutual wherever, whatever. Only when there is a mutual understanding, my dear friends, then the result is good. Mutual good understanding between one another or a team or at home also. Between husband and wife, I've gone a little further. It has to be mutual for a good relationship with the husband and wife too. Mutual understanding plays a big role. Adjusting to one another's shortcomings. Right? Life is nothing but a compromise. Have that in your mind now. Away from cricket, I'm talking.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Yeah. When did you get this look? I remember, you had a lot of hair, and
Yes, everybody has a lot of hair until 30 probably.
and then we saw you with this
But
fantastic
I
look,
appreciate your hairstyle also.
Yeah. But your look was spoken about. Everybody was talking about
this
it.
is where you see my popularity also gained ahead
That's true.
of those who were already in the limelight
Yeah.
with hair. You must hear this from Sunny.
Why did you say it like how Sunny would say it?
Sunny always, in his anecdotes,
Yeah.
funny moments, he narrates my combing,
Yeah.
my posing for the photograph, or he dresses beautifully. Without going into the depth of what Sunny says or said. Right now, I said, yes. I was on a pilgrimage from Dubai.
Okay.
We had this CBF, Sharjah benefit for the cricketer. What a scheme that was. What a scheme for the benefit of the cricketers. Right. Nevertheless, 81 to 85, I think. Or, I think so. I'm not too sure on the dates. I went on a pilgrimage to Mecca, Medina. It's called Umrah when you do off-season. The same rituals what you do during Hajj time, Hajj period. When you go off-season, it's called Umrah. The same rituals. Right? So, I went there, took off my few hair which were left, and I came back. So I inaugurated a school tournament with this look. Of course, no beard was there then. Only the moustache was there. By the way, I have never shaved this moustache of mine. Never shaved right from the time it was cut. That's why it is so soft and drooping down. Absolutely. By the way, I must say this. It's interesting. It's called the virgin moustache. Obviously, I've never shaved, no?
True.
It has to be something, some virginity is left with me on the moustache. Okay, so that's it. So, the Deccan Herald or Parjamani or local papers published my photograph like this and said, Yul Brynner of Indian cricket. Yul Brynner, I don't know, the youngsters may not know. These were the popular Hollywood stars. In Mechanics Gold, you'll find Yul Brynner. If you go to the YouTube, you'll see. And then the another very popular Hollywood called Kojak, Tellis Avalos. He's also in this Mechanics Gold. Or the Magnificent Seven, that movie was there. He's there, Tellis Avalos. Kojak, he was called, in short. So when I went abroad in Australia, I was called, "Hey, Kojak man, how you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. And then Yul Brynner, English tour, was there on 81, 82, home series against England. So, let me try this look. Let me be a different guy.
I remember it was such a big hit because everybody were talking about
people who saw me like this, they said, "Hey, you got a nice little round head without any dents and bumps into it." This was being appreciated, and this got me going. And I started shaving every day, like I do, and with a little bit of a polish on that.
Oh, you do that too.
Give a little bit of a shine,
Nice.
as you all see the shine and slippery head of mine, which I did this morning, right? Nevertheless, so this is where I established a look, a brand. So looking at it, all those guys who were sporting caps and wigs and all that, removed it. And this became a trend. 81 onwards, I've been seeing gentlemen who have been losing hair, sporting my hairstyle. Thank you so much for giving me company. Thank you, Eddie.
Me too.
So on that count, this look made me more popular and outstanding from the rest of those who were in the limelight. And so during my last tour of 85, 86 to Australia, the media took me aside at every airport where we landed and asked me, "Ke bhai, what made you shave your head?" One. The next point was, how did you get into the Indian feature film with Sandeep Bhatt?
Yes, that was our next.
2 points. So they used to cover me up on this, taking the away from the Indian team. I was interviewed the next day. The tabloid used to print my picture because I was a big fan of karate. I did a little bit of karate in this movie called Kabhi Ajnabi The, a little role. Right, see that movie on YouTube. It is Netflix also. So Eddie, I became very popular with this kind of a look, and so now you see a lot of wicket keepers who are losing their hair, who have lost their hair, are sporting my look. Thank you so much, all you guys who are sporting my look. So I went into Kolkata in the eastern sector with Pranav Roy. He's the proof. He said, "Kiri bhai, we want a change in wicket keeper. We have seen the Das Gupta and we want a better wicket keeper than him." He said, "We have a wicket keeper. You watch this guy. This guy. Is he keeping wickets?" I asked Pranav Roy. "No, Kiri bhai, he's standing on fine like field day." "Theek hai yaar, koi baat nahi. Show me his 2 years record. And I don't have to see him wicket keep or bat. His performance speaks." And his name is MS Dhoni.